Hello, happy Thursday, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the show. And we have some big news because the Jamaican shot putter, she came out and she was all guns blazing. But before we even get to that, earlier today, the athletes took to the round, the first round for the shot put qualification. Jamaica had two representatives in this one. We have Lodrisha Cameron and Daniel Thomas-Dodd. Now, both the Jamaican athletes did very well, I must say, finishing 13th and 14th respectively. However, the first 12 qualified to progress through to the next round. Dodd and Cameron, they were in separate rounds. So one was in, I think, Group B and one was in Group A. And for Group A, I think they cut it off at 6 or 7. I'm not sure. Let me confirm. But for Group A, and this is Group A of qualification, they had up until 7. So they took the first 7 from Group A, and the person with the nearest throw to Cameron, which is a Jamaican representative, was 18.16. Cameron, the Jamaican, Lodrisha, finished 8th with 18.02, which is a season's best. Now, if we go down a little bit further, we had the qualification for Group B, and we had Daniel Thomas-Dodd, who finished 6th. The closest person to her was 18.17, and that person finished 5th. So it's very interesting in this one, and we were saying she barely missed out by the skin of her teeth and that sort of thing. However, she came to the interview, and I'll post a link to that interview in the description of this video so you can watch the interview in its entirety. And she was asked about it, and she spoke. Man, did she speak. Before we even get into what she said, big shout out to everyone who's tuned into Halftime TV. All right, so do the right thing, continue doing the right thing, subscribe to the channel, smash a like on this video. But Dodd came to the interview and she spoke about it. She said, and this is me rephrasing basically what she said during the interview. She said her coach was prevented from accessing the athletes' village. Her coach was barred from basically helping her out in essence then throughout her time in Paris. So for the 2.5 weeks that they've been in Paris, or however long, she's been there without a coach. And that's primarily down to the lapses from the JAAA and the Jamaica Olympic Association, which she did say as well. She went on to mention that the gold medals that Jamaica has been sitting and waiting for, they didn't come from the track. And the track is basically where they spend all their attention and where they put all their effort. The gold medal didn't come from the track. It actually came from the field. And we saw Roger Stoner, the former St. Diego and Received athlete, doing the business yesterday. And we did it. We spoke about it on our show as well. We spoke about the importance and the emphasis that needed to be placed on the field events, because so far these Olympic Games, we've only gotten 1 medal from track, and that medal came from Kishane Thompson in the 100 meters. All the other medals that Jamaica has gotten, they've come in the field. And we've been stressing the significance of treating the field athletes better and doing more to ensure that they're given the best possible chance of succeeding. And Dodd came out and she let it rip. And right now, the only person who probably hasn't seen that interview with her or heard about her situation, they're probably not on planet Earth, or they're probably not paying attention to track and field any at all. Even if you're not paying attention to track and field, it is all over social media. So Daniel Thomas-Dodd let it rip. Now, how did the JAAA respond? Because the diplomatic thing would have been to come out and tackle this head on. First and foremost, call up Daniel Dodd, and then probably release a press, send out a press release or something, issue a press release. They didn't do that. You know what they did? They went onto the website, the JAAA website, and they removed all the names of the executive. So in an effort to avoid the backlash that was coming their way, and we know that the Jamaican fans, they weren't going to ease back, because right now the Jamaican fans need someone to blame. They need someone to basically let it rip on. And right now the JAAA is showing that, and I know the athletes have been doing very well throughout the years, but they've shown that they're no better than the Jamaica Football Federation, which is oftentimes on the receiving end of the backlash from the Jamaican crowd. So I think we need to pay keen attention to this because it will continue. It will continue to escalate. There will be more. There will be more headlines about it, and expect it to be on sports news a little bit later on today. Olivia Babsy Grange, the Minister of Sports, she came out as well, and I must say, not very compelling, the statement that Babsy Grange gave, and I'll read it to you guys. Daniel, I feel your pain, and we will have to be found to fix these things. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing will be all right. Lots of love. So Babsy quoting Bob Marley there. I don't think this is the time for that. Like, that's not very comforting. I don't know. I don't think that this was the best response that could have been given from Babsy. If you're putting out, if you're stepping into the conversation, this is not the response we expect from you. You saying every little thing will be all right. That's fine. But I can't see anything. This girl is heartbroken because she's trained for 365 days and now she's in Paris and she misses out by the skin of her teeth because she's been without a coach for 2.5 weeks in the athletes' village. So, and folks will say, but wait, the coach would have given her all the basics and whatnot. If you notice, when it comes down to the shot put, the jumps, all of these field events, as soon as they complete one round, you walk over to your coach shows you what needs to be done, what was done wrong in that round, and then you move on to the next effort. She wasn't afforded this luxury, and in the training session leading up to this, she wasn't afforded this luxury, all because of the shortcomings of the Jamaica Athletic Association. And you guys need to do better. You need to do better. Jamaica Olympic Association, you need to do better. And it is very frustrating, and I can feel the young lady's pain because so often these entities and these organizations and these sporting bodies, they take all the credit when the athletes are doing well. We had a situation with the JAAA as well. That was it last year with Taekwondo Tracy. And so far at these Olympic Games, the JAAA is showing that they are no better than the Jamaica Football Federation. JFF might be saying, hey, how come I'm picking up strays here? You're picking up strays because you set the benchmark for how not to run an organization. And right now, the JAAA and the Jamaica Olympic Association, they are following suit. So, Thomas-Dodd, sorry about it. We feel your pain, and the Jamaican people are with you 100%. And to all the field athletes who are in Paris, I know you feel neglected, but please know this: we, the Jamaican fans, were supporting you 110%. And this is not only because you've been doing the business for us, it's because for far too long, the field athletes have been neglected. And we see it where even after the games, you see where the track stars, and usually they're the ones who do well, they tend to do better than the field athletes. But at the end of the day, it's track and field. It's not just track, it's track and field. And our field athletes have been making every effort to get the business done. And with the resources that they're having now, it kind of explains why it's been so difficult for them, because it's almost as if they're having to work 2 and 3 times as hard just to level up. And imagine how hard they'll have to work to get ahead. But it's one of those, I'm curious to hear what you, the Halftime TV viewers and subscribers, have to say. So please leave your thoughts on this situation in the comment section below. Again, the JAAA and the Jamaica Olympic Association restricting Thomas-Dodd's coach from the athletes' village for 2.5 weeks. She's been there without a coach, and she basically went on to compete in the Olympics without a coach, and that may very well be the reason why she didn't progress. And again, I don't like to make excuses. We don't like to make excuses, but when you look at it, 5th place in Thomas-Dodd's group progressed through to the next round with 18.12, and she finished 6th in her group with 18.17 progress, and 18.12, which she registered, did not make it through to the next round. And usually we want the athletes to be a bit more coy. We want them to basically be diplomatic. And I love this interview. I loved it. because she didn't mince words and she had nothing to lose. She had already lost it, because this is what these athletes work for their entire lives, to get to the Olympics, to get to the Olympics final, and to give their best performances. She was not afforded that luxury. But again, let's hear what your thoughts are in the comment section, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, we'll talk.